Atlanta Bird Gang, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? What's popping, man? It's your boy Toddy checking in. What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube. Appreciate that. Shout out to the ABG crew that's in Facebook. Appreciate that. We lose today to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 19-16. Yet another game we failed to score 20 points. Also, a game that was technically played in Atlanta, Georgia. As we all know, Atlanta being the capital of the state. But I'm here to tell you, boy, still a nation. They came in, showed up, and showed out. Definitely was not a home game for us on the surface. All you saw was terrible towels, black and yellow, kind of like the Wiz Khalifa song, black and yellow, black and yellow. So definitely not a home game for the Dirty Birds, man. I will give props. Shout out to Still a Nation. Hey, y'all showed up, showed out like y'all often do. Good game, good win. Pittsburgh, as we all know, they are a prestigious NFL franchise with a great legacy, a lot of Super Bowls. So they have a very loyal, dedicated fan base. And personally, I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans. So they will be texting me, and that's probably one of them right there, messing with me on Facebook, talking all kind of cash, shit, but it is what it is. Um, let's get our check-ins real quick. My guy Winston Thorne checking in. What's going on, Winston? I'm doing good today, bro. What's happening, Winston? My guy Chris checking in. What's happening, Chris? Gregory Brown checking in on YouTube. Appreciate that, Greg. Greg said, "What's up, homie? I hate but we lost games less than a score more. They haven't seen any. They definitely fight. They definitely putting up a fight. Um, definitely putting up effort in most of the games this year. So gotta definitely give our team credit for that without a doubt. Cause people Facebook users cause people tired of paying to see this boo. Yeah, man. It's I'm hopefully Facebook users sooner than later, man. We turn the corner, man. It's been a rough ride these last few years, man. It's been a rough ride. So I definitely would have liked to see more Atlanta fans in the stadium, but hey, man, it's tough times out here now with this economy. Inflation is an MFer. So if a Pittsburgh Steelers fan want to come in from out of town and pay you double, triple the value of what you paid for it, hey, you know, man, I'm not gonna be mad at you about that. You know, especially with the state of our team this year. 5-8 currently, so hey, I ain't mad at you. Easy, my guy. What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's popping? YouTube checking in. We got Mills 1967 says, "Tired. I'm so tired of the BS, man. We need to take a look at Ritter. What we got to lose. Ultimate football decisions is not good under pressure." Hey, man, I must agree with you. Another questionable situation play calling from Arthur Smith today. Um, about how he used his timeouts under 3 minutes. You know that was questionable situational coaching for Arthur Smith, and we sitting at 5-8, man. Y'all don't get mad at me, man. Y'all know I'm gonna give it to you raw all the time, but you know I don't see this team getting into the playoffs at all. So at this point, it's about time to start easing Desmond Ritter into these games. We got a bye week coming up, right? Who we play after the bye week? Can somebody tell me who we play after the bye week? So, you know, if you have an opportunity, go ahead and get Ritter in the games, man. You know, it's time to start the evaluation process now, man. Again, I'm sorry, but I just don't see this team getting in the playoffs. Today was a very uninspiring game. They look very uninspired on defense and offense. Granted, the score was 19-16, but in my opinion, Pittsburgh dominated the game way more than the score would indicate they did. In my opinion, even though it was a close contest on the scoreboard, I think Pittsburgh handled us 80, 85% of the game today. So it is what it is. Eric Parker checking in. What's going on with you, Eric? Mariota shaking my head. Accuracy bad. Oh, yeah, man. Man, that dude cannot throw past like 15, 12 yards, man. He just can't do it. It was some plays he looked like he was throwing Shaquille O'Neal out there, man. Like, God, get the ball down. His balls have been high all season long. Man, like how you high pointed overthrowing guys who's 6'3", 6'4", man. Boy, y'all, we got to figure this quarterback situation out by next year, man. It got to be figured out. Mariota obviously ain't the guy. We don't know yet about Ritter, but we gotta figure this out, man. Whether it be a free agent or something of that nature, but it's got to get figured out, man. Like, hey, running the ball, that's excellent, that's cool, but like, look, you got to be more balanced on offense, man. You got to be more balanced. And we're losing a lot of these close games because we're not balanced. We can't throw the ball consistently. We can't throw the ball consistently, man, and that's problematic. We saw that today. Man. Basically, we used to away from Arizona, bro. Checking in from Arizona. What's going on in Arizona? What's the weather like in Arizona right now, man? What's happening? Place we used to know everybody know playing the Falcons is an easy win. Lately, unfortunately, you're right. Can't even argue with Facebook users. What's going on? Winston says Arthur got too cute. We should have ran the rock way more than we did and earlier. And again, man, like these last few weeks, Arthur Smith's coaching, situational play calling has been in question. And you know what I've been saying lately, Winston. Like, hey, man, year 3 is up. Year 1, you losing, cool. You inherited a lot of bad stuff. Year 2, you're losing. All right, you're still pretty cool. You're still trying to get out the mess you was in. You know what I'm saying? But year 3, hey, it's up, man. Next year, ain't no excuses, man. It's up next year. You got to be winning next year. I always repeat what I predicted. My prediction was 7-10, so I did not expect us to be a winning team this year. I didn't expect us to be a playoff team. So I'm not gonna go too far over the rails, but hey, year 3, man, it's up. I will continue to repeat this. It don't take 5, 6, 7, 8 years to rebuild a team. It don't. Next year, year 3, that means you've had 3 draft classes. That means you've had at least 1 year with a lot of cap space. So, yeah, I gotta do something next year, man. Just can't keep losing. People says I'm here and this is so mad emoji. Yeah, it's disappointing without a doubt. David starts. What's up, Dave? How you doing, there, bro? Says team woke up too late. Yeah, they did, man. You know what I said in the game thread, David. You know, the old bipolar ass Falcons, man. They wake up and they decide they're gonna start playing midway through the 3rd quarter. By that time, it was a little bit too late for us, unfortunately, but that's our team, man. And we saw that a lot from them. They don't play a full 4 quarters of football, and that's just not a good thing. That's something that we most certainly got to fix. We got to fix that soon. We got to fix that fast. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, man, do me a big favor, man. Do me a huge favor, man. Hit the like button for your boy. If you're watching on YouTube, man, first off, thank you for checking us out on YouTube. And just do me a huge favor, man. Just press that like button for me, please. It takes a half second of your time. And by pressing the like button, what happens is YouTube will send the video out to more places. And over and beyond anything else, it really, really helps the channel grow. So just press that like button for me. Again, I definitely do thank you. Thank you very much. Easy says the Falcons same, but how about them dogs? SEC champions, man. SEC champions, man. Man, we might have to talk about the Bulldogs more today. Some positive news, right? Man, these dang Falcons, boy, Falcons will have you drinking, they will have you smoking, they will have you on all kind of narcotics. You know what I'm saying? Your nerves be bad. You got all kind of anxiety. Man, another loss, 5-8, y'all. 5-8. Hey, if you think this team still has an opportunity to make the playoffs, comment. Comment in the chat. Let me know if you think we still have a chance to make the playoffs. My guy Alex Too Real checking in building. What's up, Alex? Rocking that Tony Montana profile pic. I hope that was Mariota's last game as a Falcon starter. We didn't even get to drive down the field. I think we're gonna see the next game, man. But I think at this point, man, you gotta see what you got in Desmond Ritter, man. Because what are we, Alex? We 5-8. You know, so what we got 4 games left. So you got like a quarter of the season left to evaluate Desmond Ritter. So, hey man, let's see what we got with him because we need to know if we need to go in the draft and find another quarterback, man. Because you can't bring this same offense next year. You just can't. You can't do it next year, man. You cannot do it. Chris says we are who we are who we thought we were. We knew we were going to be trash coming into it. Chris ain't pulling no punch. Chris said, let's stop the BS. We are who we are. They got us excited in the beginning, but now we're back down to earth. Relax. I respect that comment, Chris. Because one thing about Chris, man, because he is in our me and him talk a lot about the team in our Facebook Falcons group. And Chris always gonna give it to you raw and uncut. Even years in the past, when all of us used to be coming down on Matt Ryan, Chris used to always tell us, like, Toddy, but y'all act like Matt Ryan the only problem on this team. Defense trash, offensive line trash. We can't run the ball. Stop blaming everything on Matt Ryan. And that's one thing I really respect about my brother Chris, man. Chris, he just gonna give you the truth. You know, ain't no agendas with the stuff he be saying. He's just like, it is what it is. And like he's saying now, like, y'all, shit, we just bad team. Relax. And that's real talk, man. And Chris, you know how us fans are, you know, fan is short for fanatics. You know, we be all emotional. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get. Jay Jones checking in, man. That is a wonderful last name, sir, Mr. Jones. We may be related somewhere in the bloodlines. What's happening with you, Jay? How's it going today, bro? No excuses. Win games and people will come. What that movie say? If you build it, yeah. What the movie says, if you build it, they will come. You're right, especially Atlanta fans, man. Hey, you got to win, and we ain't won since 2017. So you got a fan base that's starving to start back winning, man. We starving to start back winning, and that definitely will get in the because Falcons game are fun to go to, man. It's fun to get there early. It's fun to tailgate. It's fun to be there early and walk around the stadium. And just have fun, it'd be pretty party out there with your fellow fan. So the atmosphere is second to none, you know. But the product in the field, man, inside the stadium, like y'all saying, they got to start winning, and that's just been problematic with us lately, man. And we got to change that. Definitely got to change that. Eric says the Saints. 1967 say Baltimore. I think it is Baltimore. Oh man, Baltimore, boy, that might be another L. Y'all, good Lord. Aints after the ball. Okay, so it is the Aints. Okay, cool. Thank you, Facebook user. So we're gonna be in New Orleans. Gotta win that game. We can't let them bums sweep us, man. Gotta beat New Orleans. Chris says time for Ritter. We got 2 weeks to get him reps. If he don't get no burn, that would be very telling. And you know what? And the thing about it, man, like if you don't start to play him, it's almost like is Arthur Smith being his old stubborn self, or maybe Ritter just ain't good, you know? I don't know. But at the end of the day, we got to get him on the field just to evaluate and see what he does against real live NFL competition. But today was an uninspiring game, man. It was uninspiring. Like someone said in the comments, we woke up too late. Early in the game, like 60% of the game is just like we are going through the motions. And I started to think to myself, like, hey man, has Arthur Smith lost a little bit of the lock after the controversial situational play calling at the goal line last week against Washington? Excuse me. Did he lose some of the locker room because the guys were not responding at all? And I'm telling y'all, this Pittsburgh team is not that good. This is a down year for Pittsburgh. They're not that good, but they came out there dominating us, and offensively we couldn't get anything going. It took even a run game a while to get going. It just seemed like the guys was not responding today. So it just made me wonder, like, did he lose a little bit of the locker room, or have the players lost a little faith in him? Like, exactly what's going on, man. Um, but we still got to move forward. And after our bye week, a much needed bye week, because I just think this team needs a physical and mental break. And hopefully we come back and we will respond against New Orleans. Because if we're gonna have a losing season this year, at least don't get swept by them bagheads, man. At least win that game. Greg says, and we're doing good with no money. We broke and rebuilding. It is what it is. True that. I want W's, but we can't afford those right now. And make sure bargain roster can only give you so much. You're right about that, bro. You're absolutely right about that, because we got a family roster, Dollar General roster, um, Kmart roster, But next year, we'll be able to shop in more name brand retail establishments. So, and that's why I say, Greg, like, hey, I didn't expect to win the season this year, so I got to remind myself to stay in the moment and stay with my prediction. Not to go too overboard, because I can't be too mad at the team if I didn't expect them to win, which is essentially what you're saying right here, Greg. But next year, Greg, hey man, I ain't gonna be cool with no losing season next year, bro. Year 3 got to get going. Because I'm telling you, when you bring in a new coaching staff, you bring in a new general manager, you bringing them in because you're tired of losing. You're not bringing them in to continue losing with a new staff. So I just think by year 3, you got to start winning, man. You got to get there. Winston says Ritter will be the starter after the bye. This loss basically knocked us out of playoff contention. If the Saints win, we would be tied for second, but the Saints, Panthers, and Bucks own tiebreakers. Also, Winston, I got a question for you. Like the loss today, because I don't know, which is why I'm asking you. But Winston, the loss today, or anybody else who may know the answer, does that officially knock us out of playoff contention? I mean, are we officially out after today, standing at 5-8? Easy Brownson, Mario just not. He not, bro. He not. And I be trying my best, like, not to go in so hard on Mariota, because at the end of the day, he's a starting quarterback who's only making $8 million, and that's the kind of play that he gives us, $8 million quarterback. And I knew he was coming into. I didn't expect him to come to the Falcons and just become a good quarterback, because he's never been a consistently good quarterback, mediocre at best, and that's pretty much what he has been giving us. One thing about Mariota, he's just so inconsistent, man. He can make some plays that gets your hopes up at times, and then he makes some plays. It's like, boy, why is this guy even on the team at this point? Like, this dude, he can't throw. He overthrowing everybody, but that's just who he is, man. Inconsistent quarterback. Why go to the playoffs playing like this? Yeah, hey, valid point, Facebook user. Valid point. What's happening, Facebook user? How's it going? How's it going? My dog DeAndre checking in with that old school Dirty Bird logo from YouTube. What's happening, DeAndre? Says, how are you? Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good watching these boys lose again. This is perfect timing to bring in Ritter. I agree. I definitely agree. Get the Rook extra reps and let him go from there. I agree. Hey, man, DeAndre, we got to start the evaluation process, man. No better time than the present. No better time than the present. What's this? Our third consecutive loss, I think, y'all. Three consecutive losses. So might as well, man. Like I said, we need to evaluate Ritter because games like this, games like this, because I be trying to tell myself all the time, tired of Falcons don't need to draft no quarterback in the first round next year. You need to get a defender and build up the defense, bro. But I watch games like this, and I be like, man, we got to get us a quarterback, boy. Woo. Even if we got to trade up, we need us a quarterback bad, bro, because this offense just can't keep looking like this, man. This is a one-dimensional offense, and we just can't continue to do this next year. So I'll be so confused on what direction we need to go in the first round next year's draft. Because again, games like this be having me thinking, but y'all better get your quarterback, man. You got to get your guy in here. And then, Ritter ain't like we saying, Ritter hadn't had opportunities to see what we got in him. So it's confusing. As I'm not telling y'all now, you already don't know, but being a Falcons fan is confusing. Your emotions be everywhere. It be everywhere. We don't deserve the playoff, says Facebook user. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you on that, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you there. So he thinks he's throwing Shaq. He right. Shaq and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Giannis, Durant. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's all he do is just high point the ball, man. Davis is uninspired is a good assessment. I have another. They're tired. Good point, bro. Excellent point. 13 straight weeks of football takes a toll mentally and physically. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. 13 weeks of professional football at that. Why the NFL wait 14 weeks to give us a bye week? Like y'all know we wasn't gonna be good coming to season. Y'all know we needed a bye week way earlier than that. Why y'all do us like that? Like we Kansas City or somebody. Hey, you get a Chiefs a bye week in week 14. Why y'all do us like that? why do us like that? Y'all know we need a break, but yeah, that's a damn good comment, David. Basically, uses real time, no excuses. I don't argue with you on that. Facebook uses at least our draft stock will be getting better. True. Where we projected to draft at right now, y'all? Can anybody look at Tankathon and see where we at exactly? Saints up next. Okay, appreciate it. 1967. Check out, dude. Good looking H word, man. You're not finna get me in trouble with people at YouTube. But good looking H word. Why the hell do y'all think? Why the hell do y'all think Pickett is playing? Start Ritter, goddamn it. I'm rocking with you on that. Good. Winston said, "Hold on, I went too fast." Winston says, "Anything less than NFC Championship is a losing season next year." I hope we can go that far, bro. That now those are lofty expectations, but I would love to have it. Bunch of sucker MCs on this team, yo. Hey, good looking Ace Wilding. Jay says Marcus Mariota needs to receive a stationary to get the ball to them, and it's still questionable. You're right. He need like hitch routes, underneath routes. You got like deep crossing routes, deep crossing patterns. Mariota ain't gonna hit those. They said on TV today he was like 1 out of 20 on passes. I think over 20 yards. Like NFL quarterback shouldn't be that inaccurate throwing the ball down the field, man. Hey, I understand he's a bridge quarterback, band-aid quarterback, stopgap quarterback, transition quarterback, whatever fancy word we want to use. But hey, it's time to start the process of going to the next chapter in the quarterback process with the Atlanta Falcons. It's definitely that time. Good looking aces, sucker ass Smith featuring INT Marcus and the give it up. Boy, you is wild. Mariota started in. No, we don't. So we're saying we don't go in the playoffs if Mariota started. Also, y'all, as I always do, around about 30 minutes into this, because this just was a real uninspiring game by the Falcons. I don't have a whole lot of good to say. So, I definitely want to invite some people on to talk with me and rap with me, and y'all tell me y'all thoughts. So I'm about to now drop the StreamYard link into the Facebook chat. I'm sorry, the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat. So if anybody want to come on, tell me your thoughts, tell me how you feel, just click the link. You're more than welcome to come on. This is a no judgment zone. This is a speak your mind zone. So if you want to come in and trash us how we played today, you're more than welcome. You want to come in and give your analysis on how we played today, you're more than welcome. And we'll talk about it. We'll chop it up. Sex Fun probably win more than my Falcons. It don't take a lot to win more than these Falcons, man, at all. Eric Parker says no playoffs. I don't think so either, brother. And Eric, I've been saying all year 7-10, sticking to my prediction, man. I didn't have us going into the playoffs before the season started at all. Sticking into that. My guy John Harris checking in. What's happening with you, John? What's going on? Let me also drop the link in the Facebook chat also. If anybody want to come from Facebook, you're more than welcome. Hold on just a second, y'all. Let me drop the link in the Facebook chat. All right, so I just dropped the link in the Facebook and the YouTube chat. So if anybody want to come on, join the show, you're more than welcome. Facebook says we're not a bad team, but nobody but Najee. We might be a bad team, but nobody but Najee Harris scares you in the Steelers, and yet, period. And that's the thing about it, man. Like I say, the Steelers are not even really that good this year, and we lost to them. So at this point, man, we really not a good team. I think losing those games that we lost that we should have won might have affected the psyche of the Falcons, and just we're not able to bounce back from that as of yet. But like I keep saying, next year, man, we got to show improvement next year. Boy, you are retarded B featuring Sucker Smith and Marcus INT in the close but no cigar game. Shout out to the cigar game. Damon, what's up, Damon? Checking in on YouTube. How you doing today, bro? I'm still with winning 7 games, and I'm not arguing with myself no more. I feel you on that. Lamar hurt. What's wrong with Lamar? What's wrong with Lamar? He got hurt today. We don't deserve no playoffs. That's crazy to talk. I totally agree with you on that. My guy Scooter Rain checking in. What's up with your Scooter? I definitely had us winning 10. We have blown 4 to 8 games. We lost. This one shows it's time for a change. Start with Peas. So it's time to get Dean Peas out of there, Scooter. And yeah, what's up, Mike? Mike checking in. So something needs to give for us Falcons fans, man. We have suffered enough. Something needs to get. I know, man. The football guys need to show us some love next 2 years, get the Super Bowl. Y'all, let's welcome in our guy Gregory Brown. Gonna check in. What's happening with you, Gregory? How you going today, bro?
What's going on, man? I'm in here trying to suck down this loss, man. I'm in here playing God of War, man. I paused the game.
I know that game,
boy.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Boy, we look bad, boy. But I mean, like I said in the chat, man, we can't expect too much when you digging in the bottom of the barrel for $1 DVD. When the good DVD's on the shelf, man. What you gonna do?
You're right. You can't expect a $8,000 car to drive like a $120,000 car. You can't expect.
Man, we need linebackers. What it's looking like is we got certain spots on the hole on the defense. You know what I'm saying? We got the certain spots like, we got Grady on the line. We got Terrell back there. Hayward could have been all right, but he off hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, we just filling in and we got some pieces, but you can't bake a cake with 2 eggs and just some flour, man.
Right. You need way more ingredients than that.
Exactly. And that's the same process we're looking at. I'm looking up. I didn't expect, I called I said 7 to 9 wins this season. I think we're going to do better when we get some money, man. We just broke right now. And you got to look at this season just like a rebuild, because that's exactly what it is. Folks saying, oh, we ain't rebuilding this, we ain't doing that. It's a rebuild, bro. And you going to be worse before you get better anyway. no matter how you look at it.
That's very true. That's very true. So let me ask you this. With that said, what are
Yeah.
you expecting from us next year? Is your expectations a winning season?
I said 10, 11 win. If we get the pieces we need now. Only if we go out there and spend the money. If Fontenot digging his pocket like he's supposed to, what we project to have, about 70 to 90 million?
Yep. If we don't pick Mariota back up, we're gonna be closer to 90 million.
Okay, so you look at that. We can go get another person to help Grady on the line. We can go ahead and get somebody else to help Terrell in the back. We definitely need to fill in some of them linebackers, Puck, boy. We look horrible with the linebacker, boy.
Boy, you know
we can't stop a cold, boy.
At all.
We can't stop a cold, boy. We can't stop nothing. Just like today, you see how what's the name? Najee Harris running across there, boy.
Right.
And you can't expect too much out of what's the name, number 44, who we dropped, Troy Anderson. You can't expect too much. He's still a rookie.
Right.
He's still a rookie. I mean, with his speed, I think he gonna be all right with time, man. He gonna be good with time, but I mean, he's still young.
Right.
Right. I told you ain't gonna learn everything your first year at your job, man.
You're right.
You can't learn everything your first year of your job. Name somebody who know everything at their job the first year they start.
Right. They say on average it take about 3 years to become actually proficient at a new job.
It's gonna take them 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, let me give you a good example. Everybody in here know the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? You remember when Luke Kuechly first came in here? Did he play that good when his first year?
Not as good as he ended up being. No, not at all.
Exactly. That's the way I feel, man. I mean, I think we're gonna be all right, but we look back. We look like we're supposed to look with what we got.
True. And also, Greg, we got two gentlemen joining us. We got Winston checking in. We got John Harris checking in. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, fellas?
Well, I see old school, but old school done been on my head a couple of times, man. Old school rough, man.
Who you talking about, John?
Yes, sir, boy. Old school rough, boy.
John be on everybody's head. He notorious,
boy,
man.
John be on everybody's head,
John
boy.
Be on everybody's head.
I asked him a couple of times to move that foot.
John equal opportunity. Anybody can get it.
Right. John do not. Hey,
I already know it.
Anybody can do it. He be on my head.
Look, man, wait a minute. Now, see, I'm trying to train y'all on how to handle folks, man. You look, this is nothing but training. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just like a football coach or a basketball coach. Hey, iron sharpen iron. I'm trying to pass something on to y'all so y'all can carry it on once my blood pressure medicine won't keep my blood pressure down. And these Falcons done got real close. And see, whenever you having to mix blood pressure medicine with old granddad, it's time, bro.
See,
that old granddad.
The thing with John, when he put that foot on your neck, he gonna use an old wingtip shoe. He ain't gonna use no regular shoe. He ain't gonna use no tennis. He gonna put that wingtip, the roach killer. That mug in the corner. That's what
Hey man, I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, he work, man. But he cool though, man. I mean, I agree with a lot of his points he be saying. Man, John, I tell you what, John, give me your undivided thought on Mariota, point blank, period, straight up and down the line. I want to hear it from you. Give it to me. Give it all to me.
See, man, Mariota, today now, to be fair and honest,
mm-hmm.
Some of them throws they dropped on him today. He put some in their hands today that they dropped. But I'm thinking too that he's not being coached, and he's just going out there just flinging the doggone ball. I mean, just like you guys were pointing out about him high pointing the ball. Aren't you supposed to be working on that in practice? Hey, man, you notice this, and then you say, hey, look, this is what you do to stop doing that. Because Matt Ryan, when he got nervous, he used to do the same thing.
But wouldn't that be
in a game? But
wouldn't that be a little difficult, John, if he's setting his ways though?
Yeah, I think that's different. I think that's difficult. Year 8 for a quarterback. I kind of think
Mariota's setting his ways too now. Mariota's setting his ways too now.
Whatever you doing is what you gonna do.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. He's setting his ways.
Small improvement, then here and there. But whatever you doing, by the time if you done made it to year 8 in the league, whatever you doing is what you gonna do.
That's what I'm talking about. He's setting his ways.
Like he don't touch that elbow. That's why the ball.
Wasn't that the same problem with Matt Ryan though too? He was setting his way for 14, 15 years. You can't retrain a dog that old, man.
Hold on, it's different with Mac because if on an even field or whatever, Mac gonna outpass Mariota all day, every day.
Oh, of course,
all day, every day.
Easily.
Well,
year 8 Matt Ryan was not like year 8 Mariota.
Well, the difference is between those two. Matt Ryan was here with familiar receivers and a familiar game plan for 15 years. Matter of fact,
that is true.
Matt Ryan taught Dirk Cutter. He taught Dirk Cutter, what's his name? Mike Mularkey's offense. Then he taught Sarkisian and Dirk Cutter again, Kyle Shanahan's offense. So, and Matt Ryan was quote unquote, king on the block here, no matter all the stuff.
So, John, what you think we need to go get with this money, John, in your opinion? What you think we need to go get with this money? I smell linebacker, cornerback, and I also smell greatest of help on this line.
Well, you're right. And you need a center. You need a center.
Yeah, we do.
We can't get a center from free agency because there's no good centers coming out in this free agency class. The only way we're gonna get a center is either we're gonna trade for one or we're gonna draft one somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd round. It's one of the two.
But you got
the center of free agency class is trash.
Was Hennessy that bad last year that he needed to be benched? I didn't think he was that
bad. Hennessy bad now.
To be honest, I think Hennessy should have got to start this year.
Me too.
Hennessy should have got to start this year, develop him.
No, man.
Hold on. Hear me out. All right. You to draft 2 centers in back-to-back year. All right. Hennessy should have got to start this year. Let him develop. See what you have. If not, then you turn to Dallman. But you turn to Dallman at the beginning of the season. So now you can't go back to Hennessy. And then when you put him in at a different position at guard, and now he's on out.
Well, why?
Okay. You have literally no other option but Dallman.
I agree.
Now, why couldn't you?
But see, this is my thing. This is my thing right here with Dallman. I think I might have it reversed, but with Dallman, I think Dallman is better in the pass, and Hennessy is better than the run, or vice versa.
Yeah,
that's the debacle we having with them. But if we could just get somebody who can do a little bit in both, we'll be pretty much straight. They can hold long enough for us to, do what we got to do. But I think if I said it correctly,
are the same player. They are the same player. They both terrible in the pass and they decent in the run.
Now,
they both terrible in the pass. They both turnstiles in the pass. You send a blitz up the middle, it's getting home.
I told y'all, man, look here, that whole everything left of Lindstrom.
If Al just pick it up.
Yeah. And see, now you saw today that we were making more money on the cutback back to the right instead of following that left side. Because see, that left side is suspect. That left side is suspect. And as far as
I tell you what though, we got to give the RG. That boy running that ball, man. That boy running that ball, boy.
He running, but he running the iron head. He running like the Rhino in them old Spider-Man cartoons. He good
though. I think somebody in the chat one day, I think Title was having or something. Somebody in the chat one day said Algiers ain't that bad. Man, I almost dropped my phone. I mean, saying Algiers was bad. I almost dropped my phone, man.
No, Algiers,
Al, good.
I ain't gonna lie. Al,
Reggie,
all right.
You remember that, Tidy? You remember that when somebody said he ain't that good?
I remember that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Man, I was like, man, who man's is this, man?
Depending on the type of move that we try, if we do try to go pick up somebody big this free agency, that's gonna translate to whether we keep CP or not. They like, you can see it. They believe in Alger. They're good with running with Alger and Huntley. They done did it for a week when
CP might
was
have
out.
a good year after his contract. Though I think he got a good more year after his contract up. It's a slim one.
But what I'm saying is, if they need the money, they will cut Patterson. They will cut Patterson.
No,
Mariota coming back. Mariota gonna be on the bench, but he coming back.
Patterson is
I think they're gonna cut him to get that money, man. I think
they're
cut
Mariota to get that money.
Patterson is coming back, but Patterson needs to play wide receiver, and that's it. Do not put him.
That'll prolong his career right there. Now
his whole career,
that will prolong his career.
Receiver. Why would you put him back at wide receiver?
Yeah, number one, with that speed and that height, man.
They tried that.
Look,
they tried that for 8 years.
London out there, especially since Pitts got hurt.
That's true.
Him and London out there, man. No quarterback.
Yeah, that'd be something to look at there now.
You know, but see, you got 4 running backs. All 4 of them, if they know how to run, they can run.
John,
do not and the way they run, do not follow Jake Matthews. Wherever Jake Matthews at, you go the other way. Because Jake Matthews.
Look at that wing tip. Look at that wing tip.
Hold on. Real quick, y'all. John.
I wouldn't follow
hey, John, I want you to address it first, John, and y'all can chime in also. But Morris from YouTube says if we had Matt Ryan, we will win a division because we have a good running game. Do y'all agree?
No, sir.
Nah, bro. No, bro. And hold on, let me chime in on this. Go ahead, John. Let me chime in on this real quick.
Go Greg, and then we go to John.
All right, let me chime in on this real quick. As much as we beat Mariota up about being inaccurate, the one thing I can give him is he will extend the play. Matt Ryan ain't finna do that, bro. Matt Ryan go sit there and just stand like a statue and let them folk hit you. The play that caught me off guard with Mariota that I gave him a little bit more props than he did. Y'all remember that ball? I don't forgot what game it was. Remember he dropped that ball, picked the ball up and threw it out of bounds. How many times we done seen Matt Ryan throw that ball out of bounds or stand there and take the sack?
Yeah.
Plenty.
Let's keep it a buck.
Plenty.
Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it 100. This man dropped the ball, ran and picked up the ball, and threw it out of bounds. He might be inaccurate, but he can extend that play. We got to give him that now. We got to give him that. I said, no, Mariota didn't run and pick up the ball. He dropped and threw it out of bounds. Matt Ryan could have been standing right there. He ain't finna throw no ball out no bounds. He gonna take that sack right there, just like a statue.
What you got, John?
Can anybody in here agree with me? And I know all 3 of y'all agree with me on that.
You got an amen. You got a standing amen over
I
here,
agree
sir.
with you,
you got an amen. Yeah, you right. You right. Now, do you remember, people, when Matt Ryan first came into the league? He would hard count the defense offside. What would he do? He kneel down, or he either kneel down or throw the ball out of bounds. Now everybody playing football on the street know that that's a free play. But Mariota, look, last week as a matter of fact, didn't he almost get sacked, get up and throw a strike to a man out, about 20 yards downfield? See, I like the grit and the gut and the determination. And see, that's why that's why I like this man, because this man tried.
That's that string we holding on to right there.
Yeah.
That's that string we holding on to. That's what's giving us that oversight of you know, we can kind of deal with his inaccuracy, but the way what he does to extend that play, if we, let's say for example, Ritter do the same thing, but with 15-20 more % accuracy. That's all the hell we need right there.
Yeah. Cause see, hey,
I put it to you like this.
How long did we beg for Matt Ryan to run during his career here? How long?
Man, I got a headache. I don't even want to remember.
You know Matt can't run, man. You know Matt can't run.
Matt got a 40-yard scramble
to beat a cheetah.
Correct, 39 yards.
You remember that picture that we were posting for about 2 weeks, where there was a great big old crack right in front of him. Joker drew 2 lines where he could have ran.
Talking about the alleyway, John?
Yeah.
No, the freeway.
The alleyway straight up.
That wasn't the alleyway, that was the freeway.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
You had a alleyway straight to the MARTA station.
That was the whole lane.
And didn't even go. Just standing back there and then gonna try to throw one of them one-arm bandits back there and threw it behind the doggone man. See, stuff like that with a 15-year veteran versus Mariota. And see, Mariota has been in the league for 8 years, but he didn't start for 2. He was on the bench for 2 years. Matter of fact, last year, he didn't throw but 4 passes total the whole year. Now, I was thinking, and see now, Arthur Smith is the one that brought him here now. Arthur Smith, the one that brought him here. I was thinking that they could do something with him. But I said, okay, well, you know, that's going to be your downfall, coach. That may be your downfall. Buddy, go on ahead, because see, there's some other stuff we need to talk about.
Here's my answer to the situation. There's no way we would have won will win the division with Matt Ryan, because if we had Matt Ryan, our offense would be different. Our offense would be more centered around what we did last year than having the run game that we have this year. But the pass protection that we have, Mariota been sacked 29 times this year so far. With the pass protection that we have, Matt Ryan be pushing 54 sacks on the season already. There's no way possible that we would have been able to even been this close in contention. Because we're not gonna run the ball. If you got to pass the quarterback, you can pass the ball. Right. We showed that last year. We don't have a pass quarterback, so we run the ball.
But let me ask this. Let me ask this while you're talking. Isn't this, and I think you alluded to it while you were talking, but these are 2 different offenses from last year to this year. These are 2 totally different offenses we
totally run. Different. Totally
night and day. Night and day.
If we had Ryan this year, we wouldn't even be running the same type of offense.
Yeah.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just so obvious, because see, the thing is, if we looked at our offensive line from last year, and that's what I did, people were saying, okay, can the Falcons develop a running game? Can the Falcons do this? Can the Falcons do that? Everybody who's been following me and everybody who's been looking at what I've been saying and what I've been writing, you know, I had major questions about whether Mariota was going to be alive at this time of the season, because our offensive line.
Come on, John.
But I mean, look, man.
You were setting up the GoFundMe page for his funeral.
Man, look here. I already called Hogger Brooks, and I had him a plot ready. Because I thought for sure they were gonna kill him. Because McGarry on the right side couldn't stop nobody. Hennessy in the middle last year couldn't stop.
That's why they didn't hear talk. Lost by 3.
I mean, the offensive line looked horrible until game.
My bad, fellas. I had to go help the missus get the groceries.
Okay.
Right. We understand. Trust me.
Yeah.
You gonna eat most of them.
That's grown man activity.
Look at this man. They ain't gonna tighten it.
Yeah, that's grown man activity.
If you want them cooked, you better go help.
Yeah, if you want to eat, you want to cook, you gotta go get them. We know how that
Yeah,
goes.
damn right.
They go
She
Aaron
buying,
with
you
that
bring
wing tip on my neck.
She
now.
she
There you go
buying,
with that
you bring
wing
them
tip
in.
again.
And a whole lot of that.
But
yeah, man, like I was saying, man, I mean, I see nothing but positivity next year, but it's all about how deep Fontenot go in that pocket. I hope he go deep, boy.
I don't want him to spend all the money. I don't want him to spend all the money.
I don't want him to spend it all either, but
it doesn't make sense.
ran through so much tequila looking at our games, man. God, leave, boy.
This free agency class isn't really that strong. You got names.
I don't know.
Majority of the big names are all in the same position.
Mm.
You got a bunch of running backs coming out. You got a bunch of running backs coming out. We got a couple of receivers that's going to be on free. How many
New
big
York
names?
Go keep Barkley? Any of y'all think New York go keep Barkley?
He leaving. He going to Chicago.
Oh,
he going to Chicago.
Ooh, but see, Chicago need an offensive line too. I mean, good.
Chicago need a whole new team.
Yeah, you know, but now what are now? I'm going to go back to the defensive line you guys were talking about. Now, the Falcons are paying for getting rid of that man Rush.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to Chicago.
He's going to Chicago.
Nobody else
not being there, and see, you need.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You
going
need
to Chicago.
Big man on that offense, on that defensive line to help Grady out. Because see, I don't see nothing that nose tackle what we have right now that's gonna stop anybody.
We don't have it. We should have kept Anthony Rush.
That's what I'm saying. Rush should have stayed. You know, I don't know what the problem was, but see, anybody nose tackle, no. I'm either gonna be double team or triple team. That's gonna allow holes for Grady and a couple of linebackers to get in back there. But see, when they got your nose tackle all, when your nose tackle just draws a one-on-one, you can't do nothing in no 3-4.
You can't because your two inside linebackers will be covered up by the two inside guards.
Yeah, so
it's man on man. Then.
So
then you got to take somebody off of cover to try to come in and make the play on the run play.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
And see,
that's what a big body.
And see, man, look.
I wish what's the name from Chicago didn't want too much money. I would have minded to see him in the red, black, and white.
Who?
What's this guy from Chicago we were trying to get?
When?
The lineman.
He's about Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
He going to Baltimore.
I would have loved, but he want too much money, man.
I mean, he didn't earn it though. You can't even sit there and knock a man for it. Like this. If you at your job, you wouldn't want to raise if you said in the show that for years on end, you're a top tier employee. Would you not want security and stuff with your job?
Yeah, I understand that, but the money we got next year, do you think he deserved a contract? If we got, let's say we got the money from last year, do you think he deserved that contract, or you think we should look at other avenues and try to spend that money correctly, or you think we should deserve to pay him what he asking for?
I wouldn't pay him $100 million guaranteed.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
That's a lot of bread, man.
But at the same time, that's because I know what this team need as a whole. I'm not sitting there sinking all that money into a dependent position where they can scheme to get you out of the way.
Right.
They can scheme to take you out of the game. We schemed to take TJ Watt out of the game.
Of course.
We just showed that.
We did it. And we did good at that today.
Boy, it's something about them Watt boys, boy. They good as hell, but they can't stay healthy a whole season, boy.
Right.
They can't.
They playing at 10-10.
They like the Von Erichs of the NFL, man.
Yeah.
They show it. He went back there, boy. But yeah, that's true, man. They hell of a players, but boy, I can't remember when I seen one play a whole season.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe in JJ's younger days.
well, I mean, Derek White played the whole season, every season, but don't nobody know about him.
All right,
But yeah, he breaking down exactly like his brother. That's how you know they related, because they breaking down. They getting the
No, I said
breakdown
Derek.
later on in their career, boy.
The fullback for the Steelers. That's their brother. That's their third brother.
Y'all, let me ask y'all.
Oh,
about
the other
this.
one, yeah. I thought you were talking about
Derek
90.
the fullback.
Let me ask y'all this real quick.
Okay.
I've seen it mentioned in the chat a lot. What do y'all think about potentially trading for Aaron Rodgers? Good move or bad move?
Bad news. Bad move. Unless he's gonna restructure the deal, bad move.
He want too much money, and he in his head too much. Aaron stay in his head too much.
No, he's too arrogant.
As I told you last week, no sir.
He stay in his own head too much, man.
He's too arrogant. As long as he get his number, when he still retain the status of being an elite quarterback, he don't care about the direction the team going in.
I'm not giving you that. Come to a new football team and you want to sit up there and take summers off? Absolutely not.
Exactly.
No, man. No, that's a problem we don't need. Don't y'all think we got enough problems other than Aaron right now? Yeah. Don't we got enough problems?
Yeah, we got way more than enough problems. Right now, yeah.
We got enough problems.
And
we don't need Aaron on there.
And he a real issue.
Exactly. No, bro. We can let that one go.
Yeah. But see, you're going to be right back in the Matt Ryan situation in about 2 years, because getting an Aaron Rodgers means you making a real quick push toward a Super Bowl. If you don't spend that kind of money,
you basically going all in. If you trade for Aaron Rodgers, you're going all in.
Yeah, we got too many other things, like y'all said. We got too many other things that we need. And see, if y'all don't address that center and Jake Matthews, call Hoggerbrooks or either Willie Watkins.
And honestly, how good has Aaron been without Devontae though?
And see, not as good.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, he's gotten better. He's gotten a little bit better now that he's got some continuity with this kid out of North Dakota State they drafted.
Christian Watson.
Can he replace a number 17 though? Is he a number 17?
Oh no,
how many receivers in the league?
I'm just saying Aaron's got a little bit better. A little bit better.
Yeah, you're right, man. He's struggling without Devontae, and this is the thing though. Everybody knows that grit that Devontae got. I mean, he go out there and play. He smelt something in that franchise that said, "I want to get the hell on."
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than the money now. It's a little bit more than the money. Every other year, man. He finna deal with that.
It's a little bit more than the money, man.
No, he came out in the interview. He said the reason why I end up leaving and going to Vegas was because that man keeps saying, "Well, I'm not gonna play, but I am gonna play, but I'm not gonna play, but I am gonna play." He said he wants security. He said he wants security.
Yeah.
Derek Carr took his text him as soon as they lost last season. Derek Carr texted him.
Oh yeah.
And
he smelled something in the
franchise. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You can come down here, we just run this shit together. And that's what it was.
Okay.
If Aaron Rodgers went on when they first gave him the extension, when they first offered it to him, if he had went on and signed it then, Devontae Adams would still be in Green Bay. But because Aaron Rodgers took months to sign it, he left because he didn't know. He didn't know. Like, hey, is I'm still running with Aaron? If I'm running with Love, what's going on? You know what? It's all right. Y'all can have all that. And he left.
Yeah, he did. Which I mean, he got the right. That boy bad, man. That boy bad, man.
Real bad record with quarterback transitions, Jack.
Yeah,
they do.
The same thing.
That's true, old school. Old school ain't lying right there. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Hey, it started in San Francisco.
Hey, Winston, I forgot. I didn't see if you answered, but are we officially eliminated from the playoff contention now? Does anybody know?
No,
No.
we're not.
No, not yet.
With the loss, we're at like a 7% chance to get into the playoffs. With the loss, Carolina being stand by for their bye week, everything hinges on what Saints and Buccaneers do. And then if
I'm gonna speak on them slim percent.
I think we
them slim percent chances.
We go to 20.
They do happen. They do happen. Y'all remember that year when Beast Mode made that run? When they 79?
Yeah, but that whole division was off of that.
Yeah, but it got in there.
The division was off of that year.
You gotta think about
but they still went 79 though. They still went 79.
The most pivotal game of our season was last week.
Was off of that year.
The most pivotal game of our season was last week.
Yeah.
Because if we had beat
shut the door, they left a crack in the door, but it's closing.
If we had beat Washington, we would have had a tiebreaker over Washington, San Francisco, and Seattle.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Who are technically all the wild card teams right now. We don't play Dallas, so you X Dallas out, but you still have a win, a tiebreaker over 3 of the potential other 2 spots. Our most pivotal game was last week. Now this
that hurt.
game was I need to keep my head above water, and we still ain't gonna do that.
And plus
but
the
who
fact,
who got most wins in the division though? Right now, as we stand, who got the most wins? Is it New Orleans?
Say Carolina.
You talking about
Carolina beat us. Carolina beat Tampa Bay. I want to say they beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they beat Carolina beat Tampa. They done beat the Saints. They done beat
and they beat the Saints too. Yeah, they like 3-2.
Yeah, well they 3-1 then.
Yeah,
3-1 in the division then.
Right, like the only way now for us to get into the playoffs if we actually win the division.
Yeah, that's the only way we in.
That's the only way we in. Cause see now, like next week, we 10-point underdogs next week. You know,
we got the bye next week. We got the bye next week.
We 10-point underdogs in the bye
week. Hey, look at that wingtip I spoke of right there. You see that wingtip you put?
Hey, Ty, what I tell you the score was? Interstate 20, Falcons 7.
Man, boy, that doggone John Harry, boy, that boy go pull that wingtip out. I don't care what it is.
You know what it is.
I mean, see, for me, every year, it's Super Bowl or bust for me every year. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that I see the team, and I didn't expect Super Bowl this year because this is, as we were talking about last week, as a matter of fact, this is not year 2. This is year 1A. Because I mean, this is still a rebuild, and like Toddy said, when you don't declare a rebuild or you don't declare a change of direction until you get rid of the quarterback and you change quarterback. That's when a real change of direction takes place. Because hey, that's the most important position on the field is quarterback. All right, and
that's the only man that touched the ball 100% of the time when he on the field.
Yeah, he holds your destiny in his hands. He holds your destiny in his hand because he's the next step down from the offensive coordinator. Okay, he's a general.
Right.
All right, now in Mariota, we don't have no general. We got a light colonel. I mean, one of them LT light colonels out there. You know, and I mean, it's a situation where we just holding on, and see, I don't know whether Ritter is ever gonna be ready. I don't know whether he's ever gonna be ready because see, you don't have a quarterback coach on the roster. The man that's supposed to be the quarterback coach on the roster doesn't have quarterback nowhere in his resume. Nowhere. So how in the world what are you going to teach Ritter, what are you going to be teaching or trying to correct with Mariota? If you can correct it. I mean,
the crazy thing about that is our wide receiver coach was a former quarterback.
See that what I'm saying. So
It's backwards.
I mean,
it came up on the grade nap. He came up on the grade nap. Greg Knapp was the offensive coordinator when he first got drafted by the Texans. Why he's not the quarterback coach?
So
but I mean, they got the phantom position just like Dave Ragone. That's technically our offensive coordinator.
So the offensive coordinator.
When have you seen him at all this season?
Man, look, Dave Ragone is up in the booth. They don't even show our people in the booth because ain't nothing going on up there. They probably
man out there in the booth ordering Uber Eats and catching
Okay, John Fells, ask me this here. If you Arthur Smith, I mean not Arthur Smith, if you Arthur Blank, do you tell Arthur Smith next year, hire quarterback coach?
Yeah. I mean, wait a minute. Now this is the thing. And see now, he trusted Arthur Smith to bring his crew in. Okay. He trusted him to bring his own crew in. Now, like you say, let's go back to Dan Quinn. You saw what he did with all of his coordinators in order to save his job. He put everybody on the spit. Man, Sarkisian got fired, Marco Emmanuel got fired, everybody. And he said he was going to take over defensive coach. I mean, this is what's going to have to happen. Just like you said. Hey, man, you're going to try to bring in Ritter with no quarterback coach coaching him? I mean, how in the world is a man going to ever be ready? How's he going to ever
see? I didn't know that. That might be the holdup then. That might be the holdup.
No, the holdup is Malcolm Mariota.
Here's my problem. Fellas. I think Arthur Smith got too much on his plate right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be the head coach of this thing. Because I think he's the one working with the quarterbacks.
He's working with the whole offense.
Quarterbacks, you got, and you know, as the head coach, you're responsible for the overall big picture of the team. You know what I'm saying? You got to make up practice schedules and travel schedules and you know what I'm saying, and deal with all that jargon. And then you want to sit up there and try and coach the quarterback and try and direct the offense and all that. It's just a little much.
Remember last year, didn't Arthur Smith say that he was going to work with Matt Ryan? He said Matt Ryan wants to be coached. I'm going to coach him. And you saw what them jokers were doing. Every time you look around, Matt Ryan make a mistake, them jokers were just going at each other.
Fussing with each other. Okay, y'all, let me give y'all the official division stats. Tampa Bay in the division 2-1. LA Falcons 3. Carolina Panthers 3-1. New Orleans 1-2. Conference play. Tampa Bay 5-2 in the NFC. Atlanta Falcons 4-5 in the NFC. Carolina 3-5 in the NFC. New Orleans 3-5 in the NFC. We went into this game ranked 11th in the playoff picture, and we just lost. So our playoff hopes just took a real hard blow.
Yeah,
of course it is.
Damn near impossible to make it. We got a slight chance, but it's damn impossible right now.
The only way we get in the playoff is if we win this division. Only way for us to win this division.
We don't need some serious help.
We need
the only way we get in the playoff if Jesus come down himself and write the schedule, because that's slim to none, man. We ain't getting in there.
We made this bed. We got to land.
That's true. But I mean, but this the thing though.
Could have won it out, but everybody happy about. Well, it was a one possession game. We lost. Good try, buddy. No.
We wasn't that close last year.
Who?
We wasn't this close last year.
And that's part of the rebuild. That's part of the
rebuild. That's what I'm trying to get out too.
Because we getting closer to it. We're getting closer to it. But us keep talking about the playoff. It's called a spade to spade. The only way we're gonna get in there is if we win the division. The only way for us to win the division is for basically Saints beat Tampa Bay, and then we gotta win.
We're gonna have to. The only way we get the playoffs is we win out, and we're gonna have to get a lot of help.
A lot of help.
But let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Don't this make you excited? The fact that you know that Fontenot tried to go get Deshaun Watson, don't this make you a little bit excited about next year with some money?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you got somebody that know how to shop. You got somebody that know how to shop.
Yeah,
because exactly.
Hey, really, truth be told, as close as we've been in these games, if we hadn't made mistakes in some of these games, we would have won. So when they went to Big Lots, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and got these people here, man, I still give that man some credit because we have been competitive.
And here's the problem.
We ain't been blown out of no game yet.
Falcons and competitive ain't been in the same sentence for almost 2 or 3 years. So let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck. Here's the thing up here, gentlemen. Losing is painful. Plain and simple, losing is painful.
Yeah.
It is. It hurt now. It hurt. But Falcons and competitive in the same sentence do give you a good bit of hope, because we ain't heard them two words together in a long time.
But people are not looking at that. All they're looking at is that L column. All they're looking at is that big 8 in that L column we got right now. And you know what I'm saying? And you know us as fans, we get emotional.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We get emotional as fans, you know. So the thing of it is, yes, I'm really excited about what we can do with a pocket full of money and about 8 or 9 draft picks here. I'm really excited.
We're gonna be all right, man.
We currently have the 11th. We currently have the 11th draft pick in the NFL draft, y'all. Right now, we would be drafted in 11.
Right now, we're gonna have to suffer the drag of this losing.
Now, okay, now that we have the 11th pick, what can we get? And after you answer that, because see now my mind's thinking and working right now. Okay, you got the 11th pick. Now, do you pick something, or do you parlay that into some more 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds? Looking at what we need right now.
I think it all depends on how the season ends.
Most of the success been coming from later in the draft anyway. Ain't too many 1st round picks been too much of a high standout. Most of the good players been coming later in the draft.
Who's projected round about from? Before I answer that, I want to know who's projected from about 12 to 15 right now.
I can't answer that.
I'm gonna tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I can answer that.
If we at 11, it's probably
from 12 to 15.
Yeah, about 12 to 15. Who's projected?
Oakland picking before.
So that's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna start with 10. They got Jackson Smith, the wide receiver out of Ohio State, at number 10. Number 11, they got Antonio Johnson, cornerback. Number 12, they got Peter Skoronski.
Which cornerback they got now? Say that again, Toddy.
Antonio Johnson, cornerback, Texas A&M.
Okay.
Number 12, they got offensive tackle / guard from Northwestern, Peter Skoronski.
Yeah.
13, you got Cam Smith, cornerback, South Carolina. 14, you got Tanner McKee, quarterback, Sanford. And at number 15, you got, and this might work for us, y'all. You got Jared Verse, outside linebacker, defensive end out of Florida State.
Now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds real interesting. You know what I'm saying? Sounds interesting. Yeah. We move back depending on who's at 15 right now. And who will want to move up to 11, say maybe the snooker one of these quarterbacks.
Yeah, and one moment give y'all right at 16.
All the time quarterbacks going out in the top 4. They gone.
At 16, you got Jared Patterson, center, Notre Dame.
Now, them two last picks you said, that got my antennas peeking up right there. Because that's damn sure something we need. I tell you that now. Yeah. We need that.
Linebacker in the center.
Both of them
positions.
Yeah, we need both of them positions right there. Them last two you called, we need them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that guy from Florida State.
Who, Jared Verse?
Yeah,
we need them.
Verse, all right. To be honest, like we at 11 now. If we lose another game, we in the top 10. That's a given.
Now,
we lose another game.
Winston, you know how my mind think, but you get in that top 10, I'm starting to look at quarterbacks at that time.
Look.
Hey, I'm looking at quarterbacks.
If we get in that top 10,
don't do them like that, Toddy.
Don't do them
like that.
I can't help it, man.
That's gonna make
quarterbacks at the top 10.
We need to go ahead and start Riddle right now. Get this evaluation process going.
Look. I'm gonna lay it down to you like that. As is, because of where we at and what our playoff hope, Riddle gonna start when we come out the bag. Riddle's gonna start. So we got 4 games to see what he can do. Is there something that we can work with or not? At that point, we probably end up losing about 2 more games. We probably end up losing 2 more games, might fucking around 1-3. I doubt it, but we need to see what he can do. If he's a positive, we're not gonna move for a quarterback. But I do see us, if we in that top 10, I do see us trading that to around 3 or 4 to go pick up Jalen Carter. I definitely see that.
I honestly think Ritter gonna be all right, man. I mean, I know a lot of people don't see that, but I honestly think Ritter gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right.
Me personally, I would want him to be all right. Because they give us 3 more years of flexibility on a cheap salary.
Right.
Real cheap.
See, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that we need to find out now. Because if it's just like with Russell Wilson when he was in Seattle, 3rd round pick. You can build a team around that. If you got something stable at quarterback, you can build a team around it because you're not paying no money as a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now you will still have to get a quarterback to back him up because Mariota. How much?
Mariota's coming back, man.
At that money.
Not at that money.
No, Mariota comes back on a rework contract. He did
the same thing. You think they can risk having $90 million in cap space for Mariota for 1 more year, man? Come on, bro.
No. Mariota rework his contract when he was in LA. When he was in Vegas, he reworked his contract and got his cap hit all the way down to like 3-4 million. He gonna end up doing the same thing to be the backup here.
Here's an idea for you. We get rid of if Ritter's okay, I say we get rid of Mariota. And we gonna find one of these backups in the draft next year.
So you spending money on a quarterback again? Why would you have?
I really don't think having $90 million worth of cap.
We find a backup in the draft.
Why would you have 2 quarterbacks that do not have no NFL experience? That makes no sense.
Well.
Because we're gonna have a quarterback that has NFL experience.
Who? If we drop Mariota, then how will we have another quarterback? If we can pick up another quarterback in the draft, how will we have a quarterback with NFL experience?
No, Mariota ain't coming back, bro.
Mariota coming back, man.
That's the thing. Mariota
not for that $10 million.
He's coming back.
I said we go pick up a project in the draft.
He just picked up a project in the draft.
It's not gonna be something.
He just picked up a project in the draft this draft.
Another cheap backup quarterback that somebody is gonna let go. that has
and it's gonna be a heap of them.
That sounds more sensible. But why would I go draft another quarterback? I just draft a quarterback last draft.
Yeah, but
unless he could be my starting quarterback and I draft him in the first round. All right. If not,
now the only thing about that is that Mariota was picked up in the third round. Mariota was picked up in the third round this year. And the train of thought for a lot of people, including that gentleman with the Falcon hat on over there right there, is that you don't make third round picks faces of the franchise. And there was a reason,
never the plan.
And there was a reason that Arthur Smith did not start Ritter over Mariota.
Hey, why? He's a development quarterback.
But as I said, it's contingent on what he does in this right now in this 4-game trial.
This is prove it year. Do you think he proved enough to come back next year? Let's keep it real. Do you think he's done enough?
Who?
On accuracy, everything, winning games, down to the line. Do you think he warranted enough?
Absolutely not.
I would say yes.
Absolutely not. He's not proving anything to me. He's not proving no way he can come back this year.
Old school. I'm talking about to bring him back. I'm talking about to bring him back next year to start over a projection. Do you think he's done enough? You think he'll risk everything to try him one more year?
Oh, Mario.
John. Yeah.
Okay, now the decision is going to have to be made as to whether to pick up that contract, because see, Tidy, am I right that this is a year-to-year situation?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me give you the numbers real quick, John. Okay. If you cut him, it's only a $2 million dead cap hit, and you save $12 million on the cap by cutting him.
Ooh, see, because that's $14 million. Ooh.
See, now you get my point.
Ooh.
Now you get my point.
Ooh.
Exactly.
You get my point now. That's
why I said they're gonna rework his contract.
Yeah, they would definitely have to rework his
contract. They're gonna rework his contract. His cap is gonna be like $3-4 million. Therefore, for the whole complete quarterback room, you could spend about $4 million.
Okay, well, all right. Camp, and see, I know I'm not answering your question, because see, there are a lot of questions to answer before I can answer your question, because training camp, you got Mariota, you got Ritter.
Yep.
Suppose Mariota wins the job over Ritter again, even though he's had a year or these 4 games to prove to see what he is.
You better be right. You better be right. Because if we get more of the same of this year, Arthur Smith should be out of here.
But the thing about it, if Mariota beats Ritter in training camp again, that means Ritter isn't good.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my point. Because right now, with that $14 million that you owe him. Now, what would be a good contract at this stage right now from what you've seen out of Mariota? What would you guys pay him next year?
1 year, $8 million.
7 to 9.
1 year, $8 million.
2 years, $6 million.
1 year, $8 million.
With 2 years, $8 million. Cap hit for about $3 million a year.
1 year, $4 million with incentives. You got to do some passing. You got to get some incentives in now.
$9 million at most.
You got to get some incentives in now.
So
you got to.
These days, you're gonna have to, if you're gonna make him your starter, you probably gonna have to pay him at least $8 million.
Yeah, you gotta be.
But you still got to throw some incentives in there. The way you've been throwing, man, you got to put some incentives in there now.
Look. Y'all watch the same game y'all watch. There's no way on God's green earth that man will come back at the starter for next season. He can come back as a backup. He's not coming back at the start.
I understand. However, see, Ritter is an unknown. Ritter right now is an unknown. We don't know what he can do. We don't know what he can't do.
Right.
You say Mariota is going to come back. Now, when you have a quarterback, okay, say for instance, Ritter balls out these last 4 games. You still going to have a quarterback competition starting at the beginning of the year next year. If you keep Mariota. If you keep Mariota,
I think Mariota, because Mariota knows the system
in camp to see who's going to be the starter. All right. So say for instance, Mariota beats him out. That's still possible. It may not be probable, but it's possible. Because the thing is, like I said, we see what Mariota is. We haven't seen what Ritter is. And bolstered by the fact that man is not getting quality quarterback coaching. I'm just going to say it. I don't care who Arthur Smith is. Arthur Smith is not a quarterback coach. Okay. He's not getting quality quarterback coaching.
I can't say that. I can't say that because Arthur Smith made Tannehill.
But no. Tannehill came
Arthur Smith made Tannehill a Pro Bowl.
Now, Derrick Henry, look, a rising tide floats all over.
You saw how Tannehill was passing in Miami. He went to Tennessee, got under Arthur Smith, and now he's the king of. He got the highest completion percentage on play action passes since he's been over there. Of course,
he got Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. All right. Make it make sense then. We got the number 4 rushing offense. So why can't Mariota do the same thing?
We ain't got no Derrick Henry.
Hold on. Stop. Since y'all said we got Derrick Henry, right?
I get what you're saying. We still have another offense, even with no Derrick Henry.
Come on, man.
Why is Mariota doing the same thing?
Speaking off emotion, but not off of fact. If we have the number 4 rushing offense, which is averaging more than Tennessee, but Tannehill is still doing better in the play action, what's Mariota's excuse?
It's the threat of Derrick Henry. It's a threat. I don't care how you put it. Just the threat of Derrick Henry. You gonna be successful. Just having him as a threat, bro.
We had the same thing. We had the exact same thing. So what's the excuse?
No, it ain't the same thing.
I ain't the same thing.
Hell, but it ain't the same thing.
I had the same thing.
And where it is.
If we have a top 5 rushing offense, you have to be worried about us running the ball. So therefore, they open up the play action. What's the difference?
It's just
one quarterback is completing the passes, and the other one is selling them high. That's the difference. So we're innocent.
Okay. If you feel that way, answer this question. This is a straight up and down question. What running game you fear the most? Ours or Tennessee's?
It depends. It depends what the matchup is. But at the same time,
that's what I'm saying. Who do you fear the more?
Our running game against anybody in the league. I put our running game against anybody in the league.
Of course, you don't fear anymore, but fear is about reputation. Look at the flat out numbers. We're better rushing offense than Tennessee.
I understand that. I get that part. But who do you fear? If you're a defense, who do you fear? Us or Tennessee?
Defense is scared of us coming run on them. They're not worried about us.
You're not gonna fear us as an offense simply because of the quarterback.
I literally just said that 5 minutes ago.
You're not gonna fear us as an offense because of the quarterback.
Well, I was just looking at some stats right quick as far as the Titans and us. And see, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mariota and Tannehill right now, let's see, 2,117 yards after today's game. And let me see.
Exactly, Facebook user.
Yeah, hey man, look here. I just barely getting a phone signal over here talking about Facebook.
Oh no. Somebody said a pocket passer that can send plays. It shouldn't be too much to ask for. I say exactly.
Because I think Mariota, matter of fact, Mariota got more yards passing than Tannehill this year so far.
That's interesting.
With
how
the,
many touchdowns and interceptions?
90-something yards. Try to check my stats out because my eyes might be bad.
It might be. They might be. The winter might be in the way.
Has
Tannehill missed a couple games.
yards. Pass.
I think I started the wing tip.
What you say, John?
John Tannehill's missed a couple games now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Because Malik Willis started 2 games.
I think Tannehill missed 2 games because I think
he missed 3 games. Because Malik Willis started 2, and then Malik Willis started 1, and then they went to their third string quarterback.
That's true. I remember that.
So, now giving them 300 yards. I'm just gonna give Tannehill 300 yards a game. Okay, so that'll be 900 yards.
Can you get Mariota 300 yards a game?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him for the sake of argument. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give Tannehill 300 yards a game. That'll put him about close to 1,000 yards more passing right now. Because Tannehill has had some 170, 180, 130 yard games during this year. Now he's had some 300 yard games, and he has some. And matter of fact, they lost to the Eagles today. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna have to take a look and see what it was that he did during the game. But the offense you see right now here is basically the same one you've been seeing in Tennessee ever since Arthur Smith has been offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
Mike,
I can agree with that.
See, so
I can agree with that.
So what and the reason I bring that up is because you're not gonna have a Matt Ryan type quarterback here under Arthur Smith.
No.
You're not going to have it. You're not going to have no 5 yards passing and no 400 and something yards passing unless you're going into overtime or something. Trying to come back. Because see, this man is ball control running, and it's a good thing because I even though we lose the game, I don't like to see my team get punked. Say for instance, a man trying to run with the ball and a whole bunch of Falcons pile on the pile and they still knock us back. It's a refreshing thing to see Falcons knocking the pile the way that they want to go toward the first down.
Exactly.
Okay?
I like to see that. Yeah. I love to see that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because see, we were looking weak for lad year
about 3 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
about 3 years.
But
and by the way, John, about Ryan Tannehill, he only had 144 yards passing today.
See, now I don't know. You can't.
How many touchdowns he had?
How
many touchdowns he had?
Yeah. How many?
Let me see. Let me get it back one more time. I took it off.
How many touchdowns he averaged? How many touchdowns he got for the season? How many interceptions he got for the season? And then you tell me which passing offense you feel more.
Tannehill has 10 passing touchdowns.
Somebody pull up Tannehill stats and Mariota stats. Touchdown interception ratio.
I got him right here. Tannehill has 10 passing touchdowns and he only has 4 interceptions. He's averaging 219 yards per game.
Okay.
How many games played?
He started 9 games going into the day.
How many games on the season been already played?
13.
13?
No, 13.
All right, so he started 9 games with 9, 10 touchdown, 4 interception. What would you take? Mariota got what? 15 with 10 interception?
Mariota what?
9 from what I saw.
Mariota got 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
10 interceptions.
Yeah.
Which one will you take better? Which one will you take? Ryan Tannehill or Mariota?
The eye test, Tannehill.
Yeah, exactly.
The eye test. Because see, man, when you looking, oh God, you want to cover. But the thing is, that's why those stats are there. Those stats are there. See, hey, because see, I don't know.
Somebody said neither.
Yeah,
I seen that pop up real quick, like.
But Facebook, to be honest, you might as well look forward to it because 9 times out of 10, if Ritter doesn't show up in these next 4 games or whatever, I could really see either Tannehill or Jimmy Garoppolo being.
Okay, fellas, round the table. Thoughts on Jimmy Garoppolo?
No,
Garoppolo would do everything that we need him to do. He just not gonna win us no game. He's not gonna lose us a game, but he's not gonna win us a game. He don't have that dynamic it factor to him.
I don't know if it's just me, but in some certain way, it looked like Garoppolo just he got that shell shock look, and he ain't even took no shell. I'm just saying.
You look scared.
Exactly. That's he looked like he's shell shocked, and he ain't took no shell, man. I don't know what's up with him. It's that look, man.
But
he just can't.
See, now you can't argue. Now they've been on a Super Bowl with him.
They have.
They've been on a Super Bowl with him. They went to did they go to the NFC Championship game last year?
Yep.
And see, they went back to the NFC Championship game with that man now. But what was the besides Shanahan, one of the main determining factors in losing that Super Bowl was that look that I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Well, we've seen it many times.
and here's mine with Jimmy Garoppolo. We're gonna have the same problem that the announcer was talking about what we had with Mariota. 1 for 20 on passes over 20 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo can't throw it deep either.
Yeah, but he can throw a better intermediate route than
he can throw better intermediate routes, but
that's what we running at.
We want to start squatting on them. We need to be able to throw. We need somebody to go throw the ball over there.
From low to intermediate. That's where our offense really is at. We gonna take the big shot, true, but that's really where our offense is at. Low intermediate.
But this the thing with Jimmy G. The passing game would improve a little bit, but the running game gonna suffer because we can say what we want to say about Mariota. He helps the running game great.
Yeah,
great. Yes, he do. He do now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because see,
that's why I said Tannehill as a viable option too. Tannehill
it done been played. It done been plays. I know they had a spot on Mariota. He still got the first down.
Yeah.
I done seen it myself. I know they spying Mariota. They still can't stop him from getting that first down.
Tennessee ain't draft Malik Willis in the first round, or what was it? First round? Second round? When they drafted? Third round.
Third one.
Right. They didn't draft him. You don't draft a talent like that to sit on the bench. He just sat there for a year. All right, he got to start. He looked like shit. All right, that's cool. Next year, he's going to be the starter. Tannehill's going to be a free agent. 9 times out of 10, Arthur Smith either going to pull the trigger on either Tannehill, Garoppolo, or he's going to run with Ritter. It all depends. It all really hinges off of what Ritter do in the next 4 games.
I don't know if Malik is ready though, man. Them games Malik played, boy, he looked terrible. He need another year on the bench, to be honest.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
maybe another.
Because it was his time to shine when Tannehill got hurt. It was his time to shine. And I seen more legs than arms, man.
Yeah,
I seen more legs than arms.
To throw the ball, man. He looked timid.
I seen more legs than arms.
I'm a reminder of a time when we had a quarterback that was named Michael Vick, and we definitely saw more legs than arms.
But see, this is the thing with Vic.
That's one of a kind, though, man. That's one of a kind, though, man.
Vic was different. But see, the thing with Vic came in prime time ready, even though we saw a lot of legs. Vic was such an athletic freak, and he was ready for the moment. You know, he had played in the college championship game. Vic was like prime time ready.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different era, man.
And I don't think
different.
Malik is from that cloth of just being prime
Nah,
time
he
ready
ain't
like
from that
Vic.
cloth.
But Malik couldn't hold on to the job at all.
Well,
That's
if
true.
you
Malik could
remember,
not hold on to the job at all.
if you remember, Dan Reeves worked Vic in while Chris Chandler was still here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
He
Right.
started 2 games, right, John?
He started the last 2 games of the season.
Right.
Yeah. And all during the season,
But he had packages.
working Vic in.
Yes, he did.
Vic would come in, run a play, then Chandler would come back. And see, that's what I was saying that they needed to do with Ritter right now. Just like
They do.
New Orleans does with Taysom Hill. Give him a package. And I ain't talking about just handing the ball off. Give him a package, give him a receiver so he can kind of get his feet wet so he not just boom. All right, just like they do in the Navy when you don't know how to swim, they just throw you out there in the water. And if you start falling, they come get you.
Okay, John, let me give you this real quick, John. And that's kind of when I was saying that a team don't take a quarterback in the 3rd round intentionally with him being a franchise, which is probably why you hadn't seen Ritter get those same packages. Now, Michael Vick is a different animal because if you take a quarterback with the number 1 pick, he gonna be your guy. So you got more incentive to work him in, whereas opposed to with Ritter being the 3rd round, you had that same pressure on him the first year.
Yeah, and see, and you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. But I really, and you know what, Tidy? See, that what you just said gives you an inkling as to where they really want Ritter to be. That gives you an inkling as to whether Ritter is going to be the man or whatever, whether they think at this point whether he can take over the reins. Because see, like I said, everybody was saying that Ritter is this, and Ritter, he's a man. He got a family. He got a different mindset. He got this. He got that. This is what I've been hearing all this preseason. But the thing is that okay, what is it about him where you don't trust him in a game? What is it? Because see, you got a Mariota out there where and look. Your head coach defended Mariota just like he's his own son. But, it was this and now this was that. Well, what about Mariota? No. See, my son is not responsible for that. That's somebody else. And see, that's how you doing now.
You're right.
Y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And you know how stubborn that man is.
He get defensive too.
Yeah. Oh, let the doggone media say something. I don't want to hear it. And like I was telling y'all, he'll cut you off in the middle of your question. Well, what do you think about? Yeah, I thought about that. Blah, 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 blah. And, I mean,
John, our head coach is real Belichickian when it comes to the media.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Now, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But see, thing is that that's going to wear thin with the fans if you're not bringing back some W's.
That's true,
see,
John.
Yeah, with the fans. Yeah. I'm sitting up here. Okay, yeah. Okay, I go along with you. No, he shouldn't have asked you that. But then when they ask him, what time is it? You ain't got no watch. That's how
you can't read the sun overhead.
That's how you do. That's how you do.
It's 4:30, motherfucker. It's 4:30.
Well, damn, man. But man. Now, and see, the thing is, losing a game like this and not being able to respond next Sunday, this is gonna be a hard 2 weeks. Y'all see, man, look, I would have liked to have gone into the bye week with a win, but man, this one here, we gonna be crying and hollering and yelling and drinking for a week before we can get back out there because and I hope.
Hey, Toddy, do me a favor. Pull up. Toddy, do me a favor. Pull up free agency defensive players right quick.
All right.
For next year, and see and call them out and see what. Let's let's chime in on that right quick.
I pulled it up, and the only one I really saw that I could really deal with is Melvin Ingram right now.
Now he's not a bad linebacker.
You know what I'm saying? Bring him in for about 30 to 40 plays or so. Let him rush the passer, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, you know what I'm saying? Play that Dwight Freeney role.
No. We need a starter. We need a defensive player that can go out there three down per rotation. Like we need something. If we're gonna spend that type of money, we need somebody that's gonna line up and play all 3 down.
It's not in this free agency class. It's just not there.
Exactly. That's why I say we shouldn't spend all the money this year.
We gonna have to do something with this money.
Look. To be honest, smart GM is knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and spend a whole bunch of money just because you have a whole bunch of money.
Just because you got it. No.
That's a Dalton 101. I can make all this money, but I'm not gonna sit there and go spend it every weekend as soon as I make it.
Right.
Now I'm in the same spot I was in the week before. No, you let it set. I spend on what I need to get.
I wouldn't doubt let him spend all the money. I'm just saying get something that we can continue to build off for. I ain't that ignorant now.
What we
Why this? How many seasons Melvin Ingram had played a whole full season?
Now
he been off the injury. He been off the injury.
What does sack numbers really look like? What does sack numbers really look like?
Not paying. I ain't talking about paying him a whole bunch of money either. I'm just saying this to teach these young guys.
Oh, okay, y'all. Let me give y'all
teach him what? He ain't won nothing. What are you gonna teach him?
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay. In his day, he was one of the premier pass rushers. In his day now.
Okay, y'all.
He was one of the premier pass rushers.
Let's start with the deepest line. Free agents. We got Zach Allen from the Cardinals. We got Fletcher Cox from the Eagles. Poona Ford from the Seahawks. Javon Hargrave from the Eagles. Akeem Hicks from the Bucks. Matt Lanatis from the Panthers. David Amanada from the Saints. Deron Payne, Washington. Sheldon Rankins, Jets. Jaron Reed, Packers. Ashawn Robinson, Rams. Dalvin Tomlinson from the Vikings. That's defensive line.
Okay.
Y'all want me to keep going to the edge?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You go there.
Sheldon Rankins.
That man from the Saints. Spell that man's name.
From the Saints?
Yes.
Matt Ioannidis.
Onyemata.
Get him. Get him.
Oh, he ain't bad.
Anybody?
Yeah, he ain't bad. Now he ain't bad.
Vowel drafting.
He ain't that bad.
Ford or Sheldon Rankins.
He don't stop the heap of our runs. I know who that is.
I would pick both of them up, either one of them up to play no side.
He ain't that bad.
Look, I want anybody named the end in a vowel. And if they got 2 vowels on the end of their name, pick them up.
It's even better, huh?
And and motherfucker and I want Samoans. I want Hawaiians. I want them ring of 5 boys on my offensive and defensive line. Just like
that right.
Like Hello Nada down there, man. Look,
Hello Nada.
Tampa Bay that knows who that knows in Tampa Bay.
There.
Yeah, Vita Vea.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Vita Vea.
Yeah, University of Washington.
See, the University of Georgia. How long are we gonna let folk come down here, grab everything we got on a national championship team? Cause who that boy that had the quarterback up in his arm?
I seen it.
James already projected in the top 5.
Man,
James already projected in the top 5.
Well, we need to spread a rumor about some drug use so he can fall. And we get it.
All right, y'all, let's go to the edge rushers, free agents.
Go ahead.
All right, we got our very own Lorenzo Carter, Falcons. Jadeveon Clowney, Browns. Marcus Davenport, Saints. Samson Ubicon, 49ers. Justin Houston, Ravens. Melvin Ingram, Dolphins. Jamont Jones, Broncos. Yannick, I don't know how to say his last name, Colts. Charles Omenaha from the 49ers. J.J. Watt, Cardinals. O'Shawn Exams from the Giants.
Yannick and Justin Houston. Yannick Ngakwe and Justin Houston.
What about Davenport?
Davenport, he could tape it off.
And Ngakwe gave me them OCU Euro. And Ngakwe right now gave me them OCU Euro vibes.
That's what I said. Like you pick up Ngakwe.
Ngakwe is giving me them OCU Euro vibes. Remember when we picked up OCU Euro?
Still effective.
From the Giants.
I forgot about that. But you got the tail end OCU Euro.
Yeah, he gave.
You didn't get him in the midway.
Tail end in Ngakwe.
Oh, okay.
No, and Ngakwe man for like 27. That man like
you got linebackers and everything on that side.
Yeah, y'all ready for the linebackers?
Yes, sir. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Linebackers: Alex and Anzalone from the Lions. Cody Barton, Seahawks.
Anzalone.
Levante David, Bucks. Tremaine Edmonds, Bills. TJ Edwards, Eagles. Rashawn Evans, Falcons. Deion Jones, Browns. David Long, Titans. Bobby Oriki, I hope I said that right, Colts. Alex Singleton, Broncos. Roquan Smith, Ravens. Drew Tranquill, Chargers, who Cordell Patterson ran over. And Leighton Esch, Cowboys.
Hold on, run that again.
Okay, here we go.
Wait a minute.
All of them?
Do we?
I bring Roquan back. I mean not Roquan, Rashad Evans. I bring Rashad Evans back.
Yeah.
And
Rashad
that boy from
Rashad's been solid for us this year.
Rashad number 3 in tackling in the NFL.
So this is the thing about Evans though, y'all. If we want to bring him back, we should have extended him by now because he unrestricted at the end of the year. So that means he gonna have a bidding war.
It's coming.
So somebody might
don't be surprised if it happens over this battle.
Expendable?
Yeah.
Did Rashawn ever make Deion expendable?
Yeah, him and Troy Anderson.
Yeah, him and Troy Anderson.
No, don't be surprised if that extension happened over this battle.
All right, let's go to the cornerbacks. Well, defensive backs is gonna be all in one list. Jesse Bates, third, Bengals. Von Bell, Bengals. James Bradbury, Eagles. Anthony Brown, Cowboys. Jamel Dean, Bucks. Terrell Edmonds, Steelers. Mike Edwards, Bucks. Rashawn Fetson, Falcons, who ain't did shit for us. Mike Hughes, Lions. Jonathan Jones, Patriots. Emmanuel Mosley, 49ers. Byron Murphy, Cardinals. Sean Murphy, Bunting, Buccaneers. Jordan Poyer, Bills. Cameron Sutton, Steelers. Greedy Williams, Browns. Rock Yassin, Raiders. And that's everybody.
They finna release Greedy already.
Rock Yassin. But do we really need
you take
I know Richie had a real bad game today. But
who?
That's the reason I was sitting up there screaming Rock Yassin, but because Richie done had a couple bad games here, but
Richie is safety, Rocket a corner.
We might need to draft another safety to be honest.
Yeah,
third or fourth round.
You think?
Is Rock a corner? I thought Rock was a safety.
No, Rock a corner.
I thought Rock was a safety. Okay.
Yeah, outside corner, 6'1".
My question is why they letting Greedy go pretty soon? Ain't it? Then he get drafted.
Yeah. No, they just kept drafting corner. They kept drafting corner. They did the same thing that Baltimore do.
He went out high though. He came out
Baltimore used to keep drafting corner.
Thing about Greedy fell for some reason. Greedy fell a little bit. I can't remember what it was, but Greedy fell.
Greedy got hurt. I remember when the Browns called him.
he got hurt, but then they had brought in Denzel Ward and what's the other boy? They had brought in Denzel Ward and somebody else. He got hurt, and then he took too long to get back to his form, so he slipped down the depth chart.
Damn,
they kept drafting corner.
Maybe they call him greedy because he ain't eating.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, he ain't no scrub though.
But look,
I take him and put him in the slot.
Now let me ask this: are our starting corners that bad, or is it off the cliff fall off when you have to put the backups in?
Off the cliff fall off with the backups.
See,
yeah.
And what you were saying about them continuing to draft corners, if you continue to draft corners in the higher rounds or whatever, the person bagging up may be potentially as good as the one that's already started. Because see, what I've seen out of the Falcons this year on the defensive line as well as in the secondary, when any one of the starters goes out, man, you just hold your nose. Whoever you put in there, you just hold your nose because they usually stink. I mean, reeking. I mean, they like they was in a darn sewer overnight.
That was Baltimore did for you.
Yeah.
And
that's how they had the number one secondary.
Yeah.
They would keep drafting corners in the first round. Back to back, and then they traded and got Marcus Peters.
I'm shocked.
Whenever somebody fell down,
he good, man. He just can't stay on the field, bro.
See,
that's killing me.
Yeah. See,
he old now. What he like 33?
Who?
Hayward.
Yeah, he is up there. He is in the early 30s, though.
Yeah, Casey is 32. Casey 32, about to turn 33.
Yeah. Guys, we might have to get a cornerback kind of early.
He good, man. He's getting up there, man. He's getting up there.
We need two more.
Yeah,
we need two more.
That's what I say. That's why I say we were going. Let's get a corner in the first round.
Yeah, we need some corners, y'all. Bad boy, because y'all saw when our starters got hurt, boy.
Boy, that hurt. But that hurt.
As bad as I want a corner, I wouldn't go corner in the first round because we got like in football philosophy, if your line is strong, it helps your secondary. If your secondary is strong, it helps your line.
Well, defense is playing on the line of scrimmage now. I mean, I'm sorry.
So I wouldn't go corner in the first round.
I'm not even.
I would go with a defensive lineman. If we pick in at 15 or 11, or we get into the top 10, if we get in the top 10, if we get at pick 8, I'm trying to trade that pick and move up to about 3 or 4 and get Jalen Carter.
What about Miles Murphy from Clemson?
I don't want him.
You don't like him?
No. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player. But if it was up to me, if we fall into the top 10 and pick, I'm trading up to 3 or 4 to get Jalen Carter. I need a big boy that's gonna dominate. Cause when he dominate, Grady gonna dominate. If him and Grady dominate, my secondary gonna sit there and take care of everything else.
Here we come to the end of the road. Gotta let my road go.
Come on,
it's not natural. It's that's out here. He needs to go on to the end of the
road. We can't let go.
Let's get the thought,
Lord have mercy.
What you thought, You got the board.
Okay, and I know, and I apologize. Y'all know I'm driving home from Mercedes-Benz Stadium just a few minutes ago. Lord have mercy. Yeah, 2 games.
Yeah, he was in the war zone, man.
2 opportunities to win. 2 times I have a quarterback that I know is not accurate. 2 times I have an interception, and I'm going home sad. We need to stop the experiment now. The defense, I hear everything y'all saying, and you're right. We do need to upgrade. My team has given up 2 touchdowns last week. We gave up 1 touchdown today. If if the opposition is scoring less than 20 points, this falls squarely on the offense. And whether it be the offensive philosophy of Arthur Smith or the offensive inability of Marcus Mariota, this is where it is. Our run game is nice. We have a run game. It's not going to take much for Ritter to learn how to hand the ball off. I would rather get somebody now. And I'm through with the being, Mariota until we ride. Right now, I would rather see Marcus fall flat on his head. I'm not Marcus. I would rather see Ritter fall flat as a rookie and knowing that was coming, as opposed to keep trotting this out over and over again. Do y'all realize 12 of the 13 games have come? 12 of the 13 games we have been in, at the 2-minute warning, we were 1 possession away from winning the game. 1 possession. 12 of 13 games. We got to stop talking about the defense. Yes, we need a pass rush. Boy, we let that boy throw with a clean pocket today. We need that. Yes, we need upgrade in our linebacker game. Actually, to be honest with you, the secondary didn't play horrific today. They didn't play horrific. We gave up a lot of little cuts and stuff like that, but they didn't play horrific. Folks, 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
And our offense can't even put up points, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because see, now I'm one of the philosophy. It's only 1 yard that your defense should even be concerned with, and that's that 1 yard line going in there scoring. That's it. I don't care if you have 1,100 yards passing, 1,400 yards rushing. As long as you stop them from scoring, that's the only thing that counts for me.
But hold on, John. But this the thing, John. This the thing. Even if you go by that philosophy to say 1 yard away from time, I get it. My offense is so inept that I can't even make regular first downs.
Yeah.
Do y'all realize how much time Pittsburgh just ate up the clock and kicked 4 fields?
They first drive with like 16 plays. The second drive with like 12.
And how many points did they score? Remind me again in those first 2 drives?
6 total.
6 points.
They kick field goals.
So you might have
their job. Defense did their job all day today.
Hey, John, hold on.
It was only
let me ask y'all a question.
Yards.
Talk to me.
All right. And I heard this off of a podcast I was listening, Falcons. But it was point. It was I know.
They didn't turn coach. No, that's a podcast.
It was a point though. All right. And on the message that Shin put up, he's exactly right. But who do you feel is performing better as a whole, offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Defense.
Right.
Yeah, the defense. I'd have to say the defense.
Yeah, because they giving you a chance to win.
Today we had a chance to win.
Stops,
Last week we had a chance to win.
They doing it all, man. But
how many times?
Offensive side,
game we had a chance to win.
They can't throw a pass. They can't be accurate. They dropping balls. It's all that, man.
That last pick, Jimmy. He seemed like he was throwing at the Minka Fitzpatrick.
He was ready to go home. Marcus was ready to go home.
Let me ask y'all this.
Sam here, devil. Are you looking at?
Let me ask y'all this. If we all agree that the defense is performing better, why is all the harsh criticism for Dean Pease?
Well, I think
it ain't coming from me. It ain't coming from me.
Do you know what? Do you know what the Falcons?
It's coming from me.
You know what the Falcon base wants? The Falcon home base. We want a pass rush. We want to get the sexy things. We want to get the sacks. We want to get the fumbles. We want to get the interceptions. That's when people look at defense. Nobody is taking the time to look at. We stopped them cats and put this in your mind too, y'all. 16-6 at halftime. How many times as a fan base do we talk about, Tyler, you and I talk about this time and time again for the last few years, making adjustments? Well, guess what Dean Pease did today? He made some adjustments. Do you know how many points Pittsburgh scored in the second half?
3.
A field goal.
3.
Yeah.
3.
And in a crucial possession when we needed to get the ball back, the defense
they rolled up. They stood up.
They stood up. So I hear everybody wants to blame Dean Pease, and I'm right on that story. And I'm getting this out because I got a honey-do list to do in a second, Tidy, but I always appreciate you letting me do it. But I just want y'all to know, man, it's about this offense. And yes, I'm sick and tired of us saying it's not all Mariota. Well, you know what? You're right. It's not all of them, but it's damn near 75% of it. Right now, I'll tell you that.
85. Ain't no 75.
It is
85.
And as far as the defense is concerned, gentlemen, I think what we do is we look at moments. We look at moments with this defense, like when we get steamrolled, like we did all day by Najee Harris.
But man, he was tearing us up, man.
Ended up with 98 yards rushing. He only
but when we getting run over like that, we just looking at moments. We're not looking at the entire totality of everything.
It's the eye test. It looks bad.
Exactly, the eye test. It looks bad.
It looks bad.
It looks bad.
Well, the eye test is what we grade Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It looks bad.
The thing is, okay. Just like I brought out, it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Okay, if you had Matt Ryan here, Matt Ryan throws 35 or 50 something for 300 and something yards. Looking at all of the individual bad passes for Matt Ryan, it's going to be hard to find them or criticize those because he threw 50 doggone times. But when your quarterback ain't throwing but 10, 15, 20 times.
Easy to see.
Throw number 7 was a duck that got shot. Throw number 10, that looked like a submarine slipping up under something because the doggone wide receiver couldn't catch it. It was too low. You know, you can pick those out because of the fact those passes are so crucial because he doesn't throw it that often or they don't let him throw it that often. You know, so it's the offense, man. It's definitely the offense. Cause see, man, that defense. Okay, you may drag us here, you may drag us there, but you don't score. You kicking field goals. You know, I mean, just like Steve said, 3 points in the entire second half, and we couldn't doggone mount anything. Offense going out on the field, spending 50 seconds on a 3 drive. 3 and out here, 3 and out there, interception, somebody jump off side, somebody false start, somebody hold. That stuff.
But let's think about this. Let's think about this. Just what if he would have hit them passes that he overthrew?
It's a different ball game.
It's a different story.
Exactly.
We win this game. We win.
Exactly. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
With that same statement,
we win this game.
With that same statement he just made.
I don't care if we won by 3. If he hit them overthrown balls, it'd have been a whole better, different atmosphere because it just looked like the ball slip out of his hands sometimes. I'll be thinking to myself, man, I had a full.
Gentlemen,
hold on. Before you hit that, hold on. Let me say this very quick. Okay,
my bad.
I had a whole Falcon decanter full of tequila. I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, for every overthrown pass and drop pass, I'm gonna take a shot. I got this much in there now.
Go.
You got drunk.
Well, I'm surprised you stand up right now.
He taking 5 gallon bucket.
You were through the second quarter.
My Falcon decanter. I filled up that Falcon decanter. I said, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot of mix me a drink every time he overthrow or we drop the pad. I got this much left this week. Off today. I got this much left today off today. That's what I'm saying.
But gentlemen,
it's bad, man. It's bad.
And I put this up in the thread. And I put this up in the thread.
That's the magnitude.
Yeah. Ahead, and I'm looking at Mariota's throwing motion, and I'm looking at his mechanics. Is it me, or do I see a hitch every time he get to the top arc of his throw?
It's nervous energy.
He's always
nervous
had
energy.
It. No, he's always had it. I'm an Oregon Duck through and through. I've watched Mariota all the way through college. He always had that. If the receiver's not running wide open and the pocket is clean, he got a hitch. He don't keep his elbow tucked in. The ball selling high. It's a lot. It's a given.
Okay. Me and
Tyler had this conversation on the lab a couple of weeks ago. I told him the exact same thing. If he's gonna miss, he's gonna miss hat.
Now, and see, when a few about 30 minutes ago, people were saying, among us, I think one of y'all said that, okay, he's at year 8, and that's the way he is. Okay.
Me? Yeah. I said that.
Let's go back to Matt Ryan in 2015. 1 year off season with that quarterback camp, as well as Shanahan with his foot in his behind. Matt Ryan became the MVP. So this can be changed. This can be changed. What the things that he's doing wrong, those things can be changed, and improvement can take place over an off season as well as being coached during the season. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is that Ritter, if he's not getting good quarterback coaching here, you liable to see the same thing. And I'm just telling you, I drafting that man and not putting him in the best possible position to get coached and taught the NFL game, man, I'm wondering whether this was a wasted year of him sitting on the bench.
A recipe for disaster. I get what you're saying, but what you're saying is correct. If that ain't happening, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and see, only way we're gonna know is you throw him out there. And man, I just hate that this is gonna happen. That's what I'm saying.
At this point, throw him out there to the wolves with a pork chop necklace on, throw him on out there. Cause Mariota, man, golly, man. It's just some stuff you look back and see and you be like, that's the Mariota I remember. And then it come back to, damn, Mariota?
Yeah.
Them your two phrases the whole game. There you go, Mariota. Damn, Mariota. There you go, Mariota. Damn, Mariota. The whole game.
That's what makes you mad too. That's what just really
dude. It get to you, man.
It get to you in the 3rd round.
It does.
To be a developmental quarterback. He just ended up beating out
he beat out the man that they had brought in there.
Matt Flynn.
Yeah, Matt Flynn. Yeah. Matt Flynn. They gave him a big contract.
Yep, $20 million.
Matt Flynn left with a boatload of money too. He quiet
to ride the pass.
He got his money in the bill.
Yep.
He left with a boatload of guaranteed money, boy.
But
that's what I'm saying, man. Look,
you can see from Arthur Smith's action that he is very. If this is my intent, this is my design. This is what I did. This and that for. I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna ride it all the way through. Right. I'm not moving off of that. So we can't sit there and say that Ritter's not showing up in practice because at the same time, from the little bit that we saw from Ritter in preseason, he looked very acclimated to what we were doing. He looked very.
I really think. Not to cut you off, but I really think if they put Ritter in right now, he will be more accurate. He might not be as fast as Mariota, but I still think he can extend the play.
But
he might not be as quick as Mariota.
That's all we want anyway. Somebody to extend the play. And that's all we want anyway.
That's what a lot of people get it misconstrued. If you have a quarterback that can actually throw the ball, we don't need a quarterback to sit there and run like that.
He don't have to run like that, but he's still gonna run. He's still gonna run. If it's third and 5, he gonna get them 5 yards. He's fast enough to get them 5 yards.
For a second. All right. So last season we have Matt Ryan, who could not run to save the dog that fell down the well. He couldn't do it. So what we do? We pass the ball all over the yard. We have a running game now. All we need is a quarterback to complement the running game.
Right.
We don't need a quarterback to accentuate the running game. We need a quarterback to complement the running game. So if Ritter can come in here and hit these dink and dunks and these 10 to 15 to 20 yard passes, what do you got to run for? What I need him to run for? I don't need to run an RPO.
Yeah,
I got a whole stable of running back that hungry, and every one of them get it. Every last one of them get after it.
Yeah.
Patterson, Algier,
very true.
Huntley.
But that's what I'm saying, though. We don't need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback that's gonna get us 200-yard rushing. Just extend the play. I don't care if you got 25 yards. If 5 of them 5 yards was extending the play for 5 yards to get a first down, I can care less how many you rush for. Just extend the play.
Exactly.
And he's good at that. What his downfall is his accuracy. His accuracy is what's killing the team. That's what's eating us alive. With all them overthrown balls, underthrown balls, balls hitting the ground. That's what's killing us.
Let me ask you this. That play where he was trying to get the pass to Zacchaeus in amongst the trees. Was that a good pass play to even call with someone that small trying to drop it down in there like that?
Nah, he too small, man.
No.
Now, if he'd have did that to London, and missed, I'd have maybe kind of understood it. But Zacchaeus, man.
If you had a quarterback with a better touch, it would have been a good play card. Because even though it was he ran into triple cover. For one, he should have threw it earlier. Because he allowed the underneath coverage to get over there. The safety and the corner was on the top end of it. So if you had a quarterback that could actually lay it in there, he was underneath of it. He was open.
What you think about it? Am I correct? Am I correct, Titus? About the overthrown and underthrown ball killing the team? Am I correct?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah, you're definitely correct about that. Definitely. That's been going on all season.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from the first snap of the game.
Yeah,
we ain't even counting the balls he done fumbled. We just talking about the overthrown and underthrown balls, the one that's over the head of the receiver, hitting the ground. Look at all them passes he done missed Pitts on. Now, can't nobody in here argue with me. Half of the pass he missed from Pitts was touchdown.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And,
I'm not
real quick, y'all. Like we way over our time. We're over 2 hours. So I'm gonna have one more question. We're gonna get out here. After the bye week, we got the Saints still in the playoff hunt. That's gonna be a huge division game that could determine whether or not we are officially eliminated. So with that said, huge game against the Saints, division game. Do you continue to start Mariota against the Saints, or do you put in Ritter? So do you start Mariota against the Saints, or do you wait until we officially eliminate it from the playoffs before you bring in Desmond Ritter? I'm going to start with you, John.
Yeah, that's a hell of a question.
Man. You got to stick with Mariota. I mean, you committed to the path now. I mean, you got, as long as you in the playoff hunt, Man, but boy, whew,
So stay with Mariota. What about you, Greg?
I need a drink answering that question.
I'm right with you. I'm about to go in there and get me another beer soon. I mean,
Tidy, you trying to kill somebody asking them questions.
Boy, he definitely forcing alcohol upon the system with this question.
Yeah,
I mean, I see it like this right here, man. You already done stepped in it. A little bit too late to wash it off your shoe because the smell still gonna be there. So you gotta stick with it, man. You gotta stick with him. The smell's still there. What'd you say, John?
No matter what.
That smell's still there.
What you got, David?
Still there, man.
Doo-doo.
It's gone, but the smell's still there.
What about you, David? What you say?
See what I'm talking about?
You there, David?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
He stopped.
That man wouldn't sleep on the job, man. The foreman,
No. I thought he was coming to you first. Oh, I said, oh man. I guess until we officially eliminated. Until the numbers say we can't make the playoffs. I guess we gonna have to put up Mariota.
Stick with
and that hurt for you to. It hurt for you all of us agree on that, boy. It hurt too, boy. It hurt.
Hold on. We all didn't.
Boy, it hurt. Look at John shaking his head. It hurt, don't it, John?
We all didn't agree on that.
All right, so you say stick with him also, Winston?
Nah.
You say bring in Ritter?
We have what? Roughly 13 days, 14 days to our next game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's plenty enough time to get an install in for Ritter. It can't be no worse than what it is. We had like 6% right now to make the playoff. We done overachieved for what we should did for this year. Now we got to start looking for this, be realistic, start looking towards the future. I'm not saying that I want us to lose and not make it the playoff. I do. Lord knows I want us to make the playoff. It's been a long time since I've seen that green gray. But
man, look at him, man. Yeah, you gonna see right plenty of grass as much as he overthrowing it.
Exact reason. Exact reason what I'm saying.
You'll see numbers.
We got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks to put our best foot forward. If we're gonna make a push for these playoffs, we need to go ahead and do it. Mariota is not it. We all know that. He's been serviceable up to the bye week. We done got to the bye week. This game against Pittsburgh was his last chance to really show, hey, look, I can get it done.
So bring in Ritter.
Yeah, like you came out the first play on the defining drive, and you throw a pick.
Man, look at him, man. Don't bring it up, man. You about to, man. I'm about to pick up an empty bottle. You saying that, man. God, man.
I deal in facts and numbers.
I went to reach for it after you said that.
I deal in facts and numbers. Neither one of them lied to you.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let everybody get back to their alcohol, their narcotic of choice. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, starting with John. Greg, appreciate it. John, appreciate it. Winston,
no problem, man.
Always. David, appreciate it
always, man.
Bye week. So
we're gonna have to do this more often, Title.
Yeah,
we gotta do that more often, man. I love speaking sports. I love speaking with teams, man.
Right on it.
Definitely, I love talking.
Every post game, man, everybody welcome to come in, man. So we'll continue to do this, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Thank everybody as always. Thank you to the ABG crew on Facebook and everybody on YouTube watching. We officially out of here. Peace out, y'all.
All right, man. Be easy.